On this week's Breaking News, Pharrell's new movie has some PG smoke. We are doing our double Insiders Points week, and a bunch of gift purchases are also on the way. And LEGO is doing a live reveal on the 22nd of October of a new set. That and much, much more on this week's Breaking News. Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast and YouTube channel where we talk with fellow AFOs about their LEGO designs. And every Friday we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. If you're new, make sure to like and subscribe to this video, as well as subscribe on your favorite podcast listening app so you can stay up to date on all the latest LEGO news. And so we'll be running through the latest LEGO stories this week with 2 LEGO reviews as well. Our first LEGO set review isn't actually a set this week. It's a LEGO Insiders Harry Potter posters. And our Rebrickable review is going to be the Fell Beast, the vile servant of the Nazgul by RebelRebel. So stay tuned after the breaking news for those reviews. All right, let's get into our first story. LEGO is doing its double Insiders points from 15th through the 20th. So if there's some LEGO sets that you're interested in buying, this is the time. As retirements are coming up on quite a few sets here in the next 3 months here, it's time to jump on those sets so that you don't miss out on them and then regret it. LEGO has a new gift with purchase coming out, the Microscale shop. This is 40696, the bakery. It's 376 pieces, and it goes well with our other stores. We have the flower store, fruit store, and candy store. You will have to purchase over $200 to get this, which is a pretty steep price to get a gift with purchase like this. So it's definitely a decision you're going to have to make, deciding if, well, that's something that I want to spend my money on to complete the set of those shops. Many Ninjago City sets have been live on LEGO Insiders Point Center for quite some time, and they were ranging between 2,500 and 2,700 points, but they just went on discount. You can actually buy any of them for 1,800 points, so that's a nice savings. I just purchased the last 2 I needed for the pricing at the higher level, and LEGO customer service actually was able to give me those points back. So if you purchased them already recently, you can message them and say, hey, I just purchased these at the higher value. Can I get those points back? Last year, LEGO Insiders Reward Center had these really cool spooky posters. You can get them for about 1,750 Insiders points, and I thought they would run out last year, but they are back this year. Some notable ones are the Crooked Curse, the Terror Below, and the Vanishing Brick. Really fun series, and definitely a lot of them that you can collect, and if you like to hang them up during the Halloween season, these are some fun ones that you can add that LEGO twist to your decorations. LEGO's opening its newest factory in Vietnam, and they're starting a Vietnam training program. It opens next year, so they're starting some hands-on learning with people traveling overseas, probably into Denmark, to see some of those facilities and understand how they're best going to learn how to be productive employees at the factory. Our team members are our most important assets, said Jessup Hasselblad Milkson, Senior Vice President of the General Manager of LEGO Manufacturing Vietnam. I'm incredibly thankful for the close collaboration we have with other LEGO factories around the world to design training courses that provide our colleagues with a best-in-class knowledge in scale and technology behind what we are building at the site. So that's a great idea to continue these training programs as they ramp up this new facility, which is an energy efficient, I believe, net zero facility, and really open up the market in that area, providing these LEGO sets for faster delivery and more consumption of adults that love LEGO. Marvel Avengers Mission Demolition. That's the newest film LEGO is coming out with over at Disney+, and it's coming out on October 18th. There's a new trailer that you can go check out, and it has all your favorite Marvel characters that we've talked about previously in some of the news, and we're getting some new ones. So we have Wolverine, we have Gambit, and it talks about the Demolition crew going through and fixing up all the things that, well, either the Avengers destroyed or they were fighting and other creatures and beings destroyed. So it looks fun, definitely cute, as all LEGO movies are. There's new modular rumors for this year. It'll come out on December 1st, but there was rumors that it was going to be a townhouse similar to what we've seen in like the San Francisco area, but it's more likely we're going to get a bed and breakfast with a cafe, similar to what we see in like a Tudor style home with the exterior wood beams and more of a stucco white exterior to it, which is a departure from what we would know in the more modern style that we've seen in modular. So that'll be interesting to see, and definitely a nice change, maybe add on to more of the classic castle style. A new idea set, the HMS Endurance. It was an expedition that they went to the Arctic and were stuck in the ice for 2 years, and well, not a very fun trip. And it's going to be coming out on Black Friday, and maybe we'll have some other details such as it's stuck in the ice, which would be pretty cool. The set piece count is about 3,011 pieces, but no official cost yet. I'm expecting probably $200 and $250 for that. Are you a big ship fan? And maybe you should look at the story to understand how intense it was. Bricklink Mini Build Designer Contest is steeped in controversy right now. 3 out of the 5 builds that were selected actually don't fit the sizing parameters that were established by the Bricklink team. One actually exceeded the number of pieces that you could have. Community is all in uproar. They really wish that they would actually take time to make those selections in the right way. And the Bricklink team made a statement. Thank you to everyone who reached out about the previously announced winners. The new post reads, we found that 3 of the 5 winning entries didn't cohere to the contest guidelines. This was our mistake and should have been caught before the winners were announced. We sincerely apologize for this error and are currently refining our procedures to ensure another situation like this doesn't happen again. Well, the situation did happen again. Not long after, people looked at the new finalists and saw that there were more errors. Some of the finalists still went above the piece count, and one of the finalists that made the camper had pieces that were collision, so they actually couldn't be built. And they said that the Bricklink design program didn't pop up. But even with the new complaints, Bricklink design team said, no, we're just keeping the ones that were just announced again. So really not that happy with the Bricklink team. This should have been corrected and caught so that this doesn't happen in future occurrences and that people can be rewarded for their actual work that follows the parameters. Wicked is coming out on November 21st, and November 20th is actually an early preview, and you can actually get this fun Wicked set that's only exclusive for that early preview. It's an exclusive polybag that has the potion for Elphaba and a flower for Galinda and a printed Wicked piece. So that's pretty cool and definitely something fun to get as a gift with purchase when you go see the movie. Pharrell Williams, in his newest movie, Piece by Piece, he decided to visit his hometown at the Atlantis Apartments in Virginia Beach. He brought a bunch of different giveaways, shoes, shirts, some of the sets probably, and talked about the new pool in the area and talking about how there should be more and more investment that he'll be doing in the Virginia Beach area. So that's really cool and definitely something to promote his latest documentary. There have been some major announcements in Polybags, all of the ones so far that we have seen for 2025. We have Disney, Animal Crossing, Sonic, Minecraft, Botanical, City, Creator 3-in-1, a Creator, another Creator 3-in-1, Dreams, Duplo, Friends, and Technic. As I talk about them, you'll see them scrolling through here. There are some great fun details to a lot of these, a mech, a dandelion, all the really fun builds that you want in a polybag. So it's interesting to see these released semi-early. I don't know if they were leaked or not, but definitely a really cool way to continue promoting those fun polybags that we'll see as gift with purchase most likely. Botanical series, as it continues to grow, they have actually now released 3 books. The Emmet, which is the newest company that LEGO has been working with for their book series, they have 3 books that are coming out. They have a tiny desert garden, which talks about the world of cacti and succulents. It also comes with a fun little build that's a small cacti plant at 54 pieces. There's the tiny wildflower bouquet book. It comes with a 94-piece set of small wildflower sets, the mini cornflower, a gerberia daisy, a Welsh poppy, and a cow parsley. So those are, I guess, flower types. And then there's just a standard botanical sticker book. There's no pieces or sets that come with that, but you get a bunch of stickers that you can put together and, create the collection of botanical sets that include now books. There's the Star Wars: The Force of Creativity book that came out in July of this year, and it was some really cool details behind the creation of Star Wars and all of these Star Wars sets for the anniversary. Now they're talking about reducing the price and maybe taking out some of those exclusive parts. Come 2025, we're looking to see maybe a reduction. I hope under $100 for this book because I would like to purchase it. I don't need all those different prints, so that could be something fun to see come next year. The LEGO Inside Tour is opening its applications. On October 28th at 10 a.m., you can go and apply to be an Inside Tour participant. It is a little costly at $3,300 if you are chosen, but that's 3 nights stay at the Legoland Hotel, all food, drinks, and snacks, and of course, an Inside Tour set. These are the dates I'll list really quickly so you can consider those as you might want to go to them. The 26th through the 28th of March, the 7th through the 8th of April, the 19th through the 21st of May, the 2nd through the 4th of June, 18th through the 20th of June, the 8th through the 10th of September, the 1st through the 3rd of October, the 29th through the 31st of October, the 19th and 21st of November, and the 10th through the 12th of December. We did it back in 2023 in May, and it was an excellent experience. We got to see the factory, we got to the headquarters. The inside tour set was amazing, and just meeting people from all over the world, as well as the designers, was just a fantastic experience. I highly recommend it. Even if it is a little costly, it is an experience that you'll remember for the rest of your life. If you watch the Piece by Piece movie or not, this spoiler alert, there was a really funny moment where, Pharrell meets Snoop Dogg, and during their experience together, they had this really fun interaction where the director, Chad Hugo, talked about when the story began, Pharrell said Snoop Dogg told him he had to do with a fair amount of marijuana smoke. One thing I agreed on at the very beginning when we were making this film was that we weren't going to make it an R-rated film. So we had the smoke problem, and that's when it became a debate if we could explain the smoke and we could use a PG rating. So what we were going to do. And then finally, it was really one of those ideas like, well, let's just give them a can of so-called PG spray. And that's what it was. It was a solution that solved the problem that actually became one of my favorite moments in the film. It's really funny. If you've seen the movie, it does have this little can that's just marked PG, and they spray it all through the room as they're going through these discussions to establish doing Snoop Dogg's video, really bringing him into the light, not only as hip-hop, but into the pop world. So, funny joke, definitely a fun movie. If you don't know much about Pharrell and his experience as a producer and a singer, it's definitely a documentary that I would recommend you going to see, and it's got some really fun Lego builds and pieces that we would love to see. There's a rumor of a Midi-scale series of modular sets. Now, the modular sets have been around for quite some time now, but they're largest minifigure scaled. Now we're looking at something in a Midi-scale range. We've seen that the Midi-scale has been very popular for Star Wars, so why not try it in modular as they both take up a large amount of space? And it looks like we're going to be getting that sometime in 2024 with the Parisian restaurant. That was the most popular one that I can remember from the modular series, and it's expected to have 1,101 pieces and come at a cost of $70. Now, I'm not sure how we'll get a reaction from the LEGO community about this, but I think it will be a better choice to have some of these mini-scale sets because it gives people space to put some other sets, but a lot of people like to build their cities with the modular minifigure builds, but I don't think those are going anywhere. This is just in addition for those that don't have that kind of space. LEGO Engineering Exhibit. At the Leeds Industrial Museum, there were some regional winners of the Marsh Award for volunteers at the museum. And what they did is made a wonderful rendition out of some of the Smeaton's wonderful inventions. This is celebrating 300th anniversary of that and his impact on civil engineering and the environment and colonialism. In 1724, he was born, showcasing the amazing builds that he's done, such as lighthouses, bridges, canals, and water wheels, which is a crazy amount of things that an inventor has done to really ensure safety of ships, crossings over large waterways, and canals to continue shipments, and so many other things. LEGO is revealing its Botanical Garden here soon, expected to be released on November 1st. It'll be one of the most expensive LEGO ideas, set at $330. It's expected to be 3,792 pieces and 12 minifigures. Now, there have been some images leaked online. I'm not going to be posting them here, but if you've seen them, you've seen them. But we're likely to get the full release here in the next week or so. LEGO's looking to change some in-house media. They just hired the Publicus One in July, but they're looking to hire a VP of Global Media Activities. Their job will be coordinating LEGO's internal marketing efforts and those of its media. Right now, LEGO spends over $469 million on media expense, and with an in-house, they're looking to expand using some of their designers and other functions that they can see inside, while the exterior is more for, well, what the media is going to show more of. LEGO is doing a live event on October 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're also going to have a Q&A based on the design, most likely, that we're going to see, and some other fun things such as a sweepstakes where you can actually win a signed copy of the set and a $100 LEGO gift card. There's also a chance to get a customized minifigure. It's redeemed of 50 points on the Insider's Reward Center, so you can maybe get this really cool minifigure. I'm not really sure exactly what it will be, but that's just based on when supplies last. But this is definitely going to be the Botanical Garden. So expect to see this released on the 22nd, although it's been leaked pretty much everywhere. It's even been seen in stores in Europe. So if you're still interested in getting maybe that gift card as well as this fun little minifigure, check that out on the 22nd. LEGO did an H&M children's collection at Legoland, California. There's 7 different LEGO-inspired clothings, all, of course, unisex pieces for age 1 through 8. There's sweatshirts, overalls, t-shirts, pajamas, ball caps, and belt bags, which those are all really fun things all kids would love. It's actually just at Legoland, the big shop, or at the awesome shop, only as of right now, but likely to see it on H&M.com. Now, I wish we would get some adult clothes in this. I doubt H&M was going to do that, but hey, we can hold out hope that maybe we'll see those coming soon. Pharrell is leaning into his collaboration with LEGO even more with Pharrell's Human Race skincare line. Human Race is a skincare company, and they're partnering up with Pharrell for a limited edition skincare routine packed with a 3-minute facial. And there are, of course, the standard colors you're going to get: red, blue, and yellow, kind of mismatched on different products here. You can find that over at humanrace.com and Kith and Selfridge, all for sale. And it was designed by his dermatologist, actually, Elena Jones, MD. She's designed these products with some interesting, I guess, ingredients: a rice powder cleanser, a lotus enzyme exfoliator, and a humidifying cream. It's going to cost $120. Beauty is not cheap, and it doesn't seem that Pharrell's going to make it any cheaper. He's also partnered up with Nod/Applicable clothing line, where he's coming out with a LEGO t-shirt with the human skincare logo on it based in LEGO. And that'll be available on October 17th, and it's not going to cost that much either, $110 to $150 for a t-shirt. But that doesn't seem unheard of for a designer style fashion, and maybe you'll want to get one, but if it's not a LEGO branded thing per se, I don't think many people are going to be interested in that unless they want, of course, something limited edition and supporting Pharrell Williams. The American Cup is a wonderful place to learn about sailing and the sport, and the American Cup is being held at Barcelona.
I haven't had shrimp this good since I was in Barcelona.
Derek, absolutely not.
That's how they say it.
And this is for the Aldi Cup, or the Ald Cup, which is currently held by New Zealand, but it's being challenged by a British team led by Ben Arnsley. And he's been building the New Zealand Technic sailing ship, and he's been building it with his son. His wife posted, "That didn't look long. These two already tried to figure out some Kiwi secrets by building their Lego boat. Why didn't we have a Lego boat?" And the British team is definitely going to be asking about that, since New Zealand is the winner, and I guess they've continued to hold on to it. But the British team is looking for their first win in 173 years, which is a very long time. Now, the boat didn't probably give as much insight to the actual design of the hull and how they can beat the team, but it's a fun thing to do with father and son. It took them 8 hours to build it, and teams that have already fallen out are purchasing this, and they are starting some competition. They are competing to see who will have the fastest build. I mean, they're trying to have the fastest ship, so why not the fastest build? And some people are saying, oh, I did it in 6 hours. But right now, the record is 4 hours. So that's a fun way to continue to compete outside of sailing. So for our LEGO set review, we're going to be doing the Insider's Rewards LEGO Harry Potter prints. There's a total of 4 prints, and instead of having them separate, because they've been doing that quite a lot, you can buy all 4 for 1,600 Insider's points, which equates to about $20, I believe, something like that. But the 4 are based on the 4 first films, the Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, and Goblet of Fire. All 4 have some beautiful details. It's kind of like the windows structure that we see in the castle with, of course, all Lego figures or creatures in the frame of it to have almost a monochromatic design to it. And I liked to feature something like this because it's an artistic take on something that we don't see very often. And if they're doing 4 of the first 4 films, we're going to definitely get the last 3 at some point. So those are pretty cool. And I think that those are some points that are well worth spending if you're a Harry Potter fan, and you can frame all 4 and hopefully the next 3 once they come together. Our Rebrickable review, this is the Fell Beast, the Vile Servant of the Nazgul by RebelRebel. It's 931 pieces and $13 for the instructions, and this Fell Beast is far and above what we got for the gift of purchase with the Better set. This one is a large-scale version that definitely is something more akin to what we saw in the movies. It actually has claws enough to pick up a Lego horse, so you can actually have it flying and grabbing some horses and throwing them into the air, or similar to where the mouth grabbed Theoden King and threw him. But what's really cool is it gives you some detailed patterning on how to cut the wings so they can either be folded or you can have it in a flying position. It also comes with a stand so you can have it flying, and of course the ring wraith or the Nazgul on the back of the Fell Beast flying in. It's beautifully done. At the scale it's something that I would definitely add to my Better set, or when they come out with Minas Tirith, to have something like this. And $13 is not that expensive for a set like this. A little piece count lower, but it's definitely one of the top things I've seen on Rebrickable in a while. So those are your set reviews. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast as well as the YouTube channel here. I really appreciate your support. Make sure to subscribe, and also subscribe and like this video so more and more people can see it. And thank you for tuning into this week's Bricking Lego News on Back to Brick. And I'll leave you, as I always do, get creative, get out there, and go build something.